Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
My team is a walking mash unit. Big Ben can't throw the ball. Big Ben is now Large Benjamin. We're not calling him Big Ben anymore. He's Large Benjamin. He can't throw the ball 10 yards down the field without his elbow screaming at him. He has, I guess, a torn pec muscle. So he may not play.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe it. So I'll say this, man. Your Bengals.
Wait, you ever seen the movie Anchorman?
Yes, I have.
There's one of my favorite gifts from that movie, because I use it all the time, is he sits back, he's sitting at the anchor desk, and he grabs a cigarette, lights it, and he's like, I don't believe you.
I don't believe you. That's my one. That's my one.
That's my one gift from Anchorman that I do all the time. As soon as you're like, he's got a torn pec and he might not play, and and his vagina hurts, and you know what? I don't believe you.
Well, having said that, with the performance y'all had against Chicago last week, where we talked. Well, we all know that kid Joe Burrow threw 3 straight picks. One of them wasn't his fault. No, well, actually, the last one, I think he got crushed.
Yeah.
He threw the ball.
Yeah.
Which leads to the offensive line issues once again. But that's neither here nor there. But the point is, do you think y'all got that? You guys are talented on the skill positions.
Yeah.
Y'all got the skill positions.
Yeah.
Y'all just need to get tough in the trenches. So going up with said all that and also TJ Watt may not even play this week because of a groin.
Uh-huh.
So that takes away the pass rush.
Uh-huh.
So how good you're like, I don't. So how you feel going to Pittsburgh?
I've seen the story way too many times, bro. I was at the playoff game. I was there. I was in the stadium.
Which one? There were 2 of them.
The one and only playoff game that matters of recent note.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're winning the game. I'm jumping up and down, yelling and screaming. Oh my God, we finally did it. Thank you, God. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Ben Roethlisberger who just came back on the is that number 7?
Well, before that was a fumble, but go ahead. Yeah.
Wait, but his arm hurts, so he can't really throw the ball. Oh, there's a 10-yard completion. Oh, there's a 5. Oh, there's a pen. Oh, they want to get
But I understand your trepidation, but oh my God, yeah,
I've been here too many times. I've been here too many times.
And my quick,
until it changes. Why would I say anything different?
I think I told y'all the story. I'll tell the listeners because we did this over the phone right before I told the story. But that same game, we were in DC at the time. We were back here for Christmas, right? So, very long story short, we were at my sister-in-law's and the husband's house, right? My wife's younger sister, Robin. So we were at their house. We're in the front room. Robin she's overjoyed. I mean, her husband is from DC, so he's like sitting there taking it in. So she's overjoyed. Of course, my wife, we went to high school with Dre. She doesn't give a damn either way. She's just wanting to see me suffer. So yeah. We're at their house. Robin is all gusto. She's all excited. She's normally mild-mannered, but she's pumped. She's hyped. After that interception by your boy Bartez, perfect. It started before Ben Roethlisberger came back in the game. It happened when y'all had the ball.
Jeremy Hill fumbled.
When Jeremy Hill fumbled the ball. I shit you not. My sister-in-law Robin, God bless her, she got up, walked away, didn't say a word. Got up and walked away. Went into the den area, did not say a word. I didn't follow her. I didn't make the mistake of following her and talking trash. I let her go because especially if a black woman leaves the room quietly,
let them be.
Leave them alone. So anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, why is she leaving? Because I didn't think we win, right?
Right, because nobody was expecting number 7 to walk back on the field.
Yeah.
But like, just shut down the court. Like, that dude is terrible.
Yeah. So they shut the backup down.
Yeah.
Brought back Ben Roethlisberger in of one arm back in the game. And I'm like, well, I mean, this is why this is gonna be mercy kill. Why did they let him back in? And I saw why. 10-yard completion, 5-yard completion.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now.
And then the penalty.
To this day,
yeah.
I never saw the Bengals lose that game. Because much like your sister-in-law, after they got the back-to-back penalties, like they threw the flag on Adam Jones for hitting Antonio Brown, which changed that man's whole entire life. But they
he said he winked at him, by the way. He said he winked at him from the ground. He faked it, but go ahead.
But they threw the flag. I got up from my seat and I walked to my car. Like, as I'm leaving the stadium, I could hear the cheers. Now, first of all, Dwayne, this is how many Pittsburgh fans were in the stadium that day. I could hear the cheers of the made field goal. To this day, I have never seen that field goal attempted, nor watched the Bengals lose that game, because I left.
And add on to that, Trey, Dwayne, right quick. We could talk about this for hours. But anyway, add to that, what happened in 2005, when I think that was Cincinnati's best team. That's including the 80s. They had great teams in the 80s. I think this team, that particular team, with Chad Johnson, Carson Palmer, TJ Houshmandzadeh, Rudy Johnson, all in their primes.
Mm-hmm.
With y'all finished 12-4?
12-4, I think it was.
Yeah, we came in 11-5 as the 6th seed. That was y'all's best team.
Yep.
That was y'all's best team by far. And
the key to that team was Chris Henry.
Yeah.
Chris Henry did not get enough props for what he brought to that team.
Yeah,
like that dude was somebody that no one knew how to cover. Right?
Yeah.
Like Ocho did his thing. Houshmandzadeh was your I need a grab on 3rd and 4. I'ma just throw it and you gonna catch it, and that's just what we're gonna do. But from who can match up with Chris Henry's size, speed, catch radius, like there was just no one as great as Baltimore's defenses were at that time. Carson and that squad would light them on fire.
Oh, y'all own Baltimore. Y'all still do.
Just
y'all could beat Baltimore.
Them on fire because Chris, you just had no answer for him. And I mean, even in that 2005 game where Carson goes down, he went down on like a 40-some-odd yard pass to Chris Henry.
That part.
And they both got hurt on the same damn play.
Yeah.
But like no one could cover Chris Henry.
Bruh, I remember watching on TV in North Carolina. And I could hear the audible groans. It went for I saw you the camera pan to Carson Palmer on the ground.
Oh, you want to talk like so? In my house, we were watching it, and we had a bunch of people over. You know, to your point, like that was probably one of our best teams ever. Mm-hmm. And if there was ever going to be a year we take out Pittsburgh, this was going to be the one. And I felt even more confident about that one than the one that I felt, just a few years ago, because we were playing with a backup quarterback and I didn't really know if AJ McCarron was going to be able to do it or not. But like I felt legit at that time. Carson was, you think back to 2005, it was Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Carson Palmer, Tom Brady. Like, I mean, he was in that conversation of top 3 to 5 quarterback in the league. Yeah. I'm like, let's go. Plus, you got all these weapons. Defense was opportunistic. Like, let's make this happen. Yeah. And to watch that play, I think it was like the second play of the people. I think people misremember. I think it's the first play of the game, but I think it's the second play of the game. Yeah. Carson drops back and throws it deep, and we're watching on TV, and Chris Henry catches it, and we're all just like, here we go. Like, this is what we came here for. Like, just high-fiving, slapping hands, whatever. And, like, my brother was watching it, and he was like, wait. And I turned around, and, like, the camera pans back, and Carson's still on the ground, and it was like, Wait, what? Wait, what?
Mm.
Oh shit! Come on, Carson, get up. Get up, Carson. Carson, get up. And then the cart came out, and it was like,
Yeah.
And then Chris Henry would end up suffering
was
that
hurt.
injury off the field.
he was hurt on that play too.
Mm.
Yeah, but
PCS.
but doesn't he get like another injury off the field like a year or two later? Like it was a truck injury, if memory serves me correctly.
He passed from that.
That's right. He did die from
Yeah.
that. That's right.
Yeah. He got into it with some argument with his chick and fell off the back of the truck. And that's how he passed. Yeah.
So I say all that to say
Sheesh.
this, man. I remember bringing back to the recent playoff matchup. I didn't know, like, you take the appreciation. I know we spent time on this, but to take the appreciation former players, how they still feel about their rivals. Like you hear Shannon Sharp on Undisputed, him and Mark Schlereth say how much they still hate the Raiders.
Yeah.
To this day. And to quote Mark Schlereth, he hates them with the strength of 1,000 suns. That's his quote. To hear him and Shannon Sharp talk despairingly about the Raiders to this day. That reminded me of what happened with Boomer Esiason after that game. How I never seen him pissed on the air like that. And he even said as much against Pittsburgh many times, but not like that. He was he was about to fight Bill Cowher. I legit thought he was going to get up and pimp slap Bill Cowher. That's how mad he was. That's how mad he was. So, and Carson Palmer to this day, and Chad Johnson, they both hate Pittsburgh to this day.
Yeah.
Husham Mazada really hates Pittsburgh to this day. He talks about when he still has that terrible towel. He still has that terrible towel where he shines his shoes. So I love rivalry games. Even if our teams aren't where we want them to be, there's nothing like a rivalry game.
It's rivalry. So if we're going to use the term rivalry, it's rivalry from the hatred of fan bases.
Yeah.
Right? It's rivalry from tradition and history of the two teams getting together in the matchups. And so I won't strip it of the term rivalry completely, but it's not a rivalry from a on the field competition type of thing. It just isn't, because I mean, you look at Roethlisberger. I don't know the exact number, but I want to say he's something along the lines of like 27-8 versus the Bengals in his career. Like, that's not a rivalry, dude. You don't have a shot.
That's against Cleveland.
It's
not against Cleveland.
It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not a rivalry. You're just gonna get your ass kicked.
Yeah. But I would say this. I remember Monday nights last year.
Ryan Finley.
When y'all
the
eternally iconic Ryan Finley.
Hey, you put some respect on his name, all right? You hear me?
But that knockout blow, when that hit on Juju, man, that's when I knew.
Hey,
y'all like fuck them guys. Y'all like fuck them guys. This Monday night in our house, we're gonna fuck y'all up. That's when I knew.
Von Bell has been here a grand total of a year and 2 games. That man might get a statue. I'll say that right now. For that one hit on Juju, he might get a statue outside of Paul Brown Stadium. Just tell you.
And the energy in that stadium that night.
It was electric.
Yeah, even though it was sparse crowd, but you see still,
dude,
you can feel the hype.
Electric.
You can feel the hype. And y'all whooped their asses. Y'all just whooped their asses, man.
I just sat in disbelief most of the game, waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Like at some point in time, this is all just like, it was like 17-0 at some point. And I just remember looking at my wife and I was like, is this real? I didn't know how to feel about it, because at some point in time, Pittsburgh's going to run off like 21 straight points and all will be normal in the world, right? But that never happened. Like the Bengals just kicked their teeth in. And I was like, what is happening? I don't know what to do with this feeling.
You don't know what to do.
Dre, again,
play the lottery.
Cities, the same way I felt when Washington went in the Heinz Field last year and did what they did. I just kept thinking, at what point is this going to break down? Alex Smith goes down. I said, uh-oh, here it comes.
Here it is. Here it comes.
Yeah. And did Dwayne was able to hold on? I said, hey, wait a minute. What? Wait, what? Is this? I guess this is real. Let me go ahead and take this. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So either way, it should be entertaining.
Yes.
As it always is. And one last bit, people remember how good Cincinnati was in the 80s, right? They went to 2 Super Bowls against San Francisco. Should have won the last one. But anyway, people don't realize how good they were in the 70s.
Yeah. If it weren't for Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Thank you. There was one year where I think it was 74 or 75 when you guys finished. I'm going off of memory, so please forgive me in advance. You guys finished 11-3. Houston finished 10-4. Now 11-3 back in 14-game season. Normally that was good enough to win division, except one thing: the team that won it went 12-2.
Yep.
And guess what? 2 of your 3 losses were? Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So the thing is that people don't remember the early 70s, the mid 70s, the Bengals were very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the 80s, they went to the stratosphere.
Yes.
But you're at the pinnacle of the stratosphere. But they don't realize how great the team was, good the team was in the 70s as well. But so basically, I'll say all that to say this. There's a lot of history. Yeah. There's in the team right up the Ohio River. Separates only a 4.5 hour drive.
Yep.
It's a lot of history, and the people here, the great people here in the great city of Cincinnati take it very serious.
Yes.
So it's going to be entertaining out of the way. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm just like, right, with all the injuries, I'm just don't know what to think, but it's going to be entertaining out of the way. So that's why I love rivalry games. That's why I love being an NFL city.
Look, I'll say this. I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
If the Bengals play like they did week 1 versus Minnesota, they should win this game.
Mm-hmm.
They are more talented, especially offensively, than Pittsburgh.
That's very true. That's a true statement. Yes.
Right. And while their defense isn't as good as Pittsburgh's, it is offset by how much better the offense is or should be than Pittsburgh's offense.
Mm-hmm.
So if Cincinnati's defense can play up to snuff, they should be able to hold Pittsburgh's offense in check. It'll be about how many plays can that Bengals offense make versus that Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah.
And if Cincinnati can play like they did week 1, which is run and be successful running Joe Mixon, I think he ran for like 4.5, 4.6 yards, 4.4 yards a pop week 1 for like 100. I think he ran for like 120 some odd yards. I think he had like over 150 total yards on like 30 touches, 29, 28 touches, somewhere in there. You get that going and you test that secondary, the boundary corners, stay away from Minka Fitzpatrick, but you test those boundary corners with a T. Higgins, with a Jamar Chase. Like, you should be able to put up points enough to beat Pittsburgh this weekend.
And you didn't mention Tyler Boyd, I don't think.
So, well, only reason why I didn't mention him is because he'll probably be going over the middle, and that's where Minka Fitzpatrick lives. And so,
yeah, okay, got you. I got you.
Outside of that, I mean, like, again, legitimately speaking, most of the time I'd be like, nah, Pittsburgh's winning this game, and it's not even going to be close. The Bengals should win this game on Sunday.
So how many points you think they need to score in order to win, Dre?
So because I don't believe in Pittsburgh's offense, I believe they could score 20 points and win this game.
That's fair.
I mean, I seriously.
We don't have an offensive line. Their offensive line can't block us.
Yes. So because the Bengals invested a lot of money in the defensive side of the ball this offseason. And I'm talking a lot. They have the 7th highest paid defensive line in football. DJ Reader, Larry Ogunjobi, they traded for a cat named BJ Hill. They signed Trey Hendrickson. They just gave an extension to my man from Ohio State, whose name Sam Hubbard. Like, they got a lot of money tied into that defensive line, and they've been exceedingly productive the first 2 games. They have been absolutely terrorizing quarterbacks the first 2 games. So if they can keep that piece of it up, again, I'm not scared of Pittsburgh's offense. That defense is legit. I'm not scared of that offense. So if we can put up 20 points, I think you can walk away from this game 20-16. I really do. 2013, 2016, somewhere in there. I just don't see Pittsburgh going off for 24 points. I just don't see it.
Right. I agree. Because like I said before, the offensive line is truly offensive. And it can't block the 3 of us. So
it's because I got a main spin move, though. My spin move is ridiculous.
Run them studs, right? Run those studs.
That tackle in twist will get them every time.